Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. So we've been in Japan now for about 6 months. We got here in January. It is now June. And I can't say it enough how much we really enjoy being here. It has been nothing but positive for me and my family. So yeah, I just want to share with you several of the things that we truly enjoy about Japan. And these are in no particular order, right? So first things first is public transportation. Their public transportation. Now, I'm not going to say all of Japan. This is not even all of Japan. Let me be clear. Since we've had the opportunity to visit some other areas, like we went to Okinawa and stuff, which is also still considered Japan, things are not the same in all of Japan, just like the things aren't all the same in the United States or in Australia or whatever, right? Whatever country you're in. But I will tell you, there are some things about where we are in Japan. So we're in Yokosuka, Japan, and the surrounding prefectures that I truly like. So when I speak to this is not all of Japan. You can't generalize. It's not all of Japan. It is the areas in which I live. All right. All right. So first and foremost, public transportation. It is amazing here in Yokosuka. It is very punctual. So they have trains that are running all the time. They have buses that are running all the time. So public transportation is very timely, and yeah, it's the best here, right? And you might wonder how we catch public transportation, since we don't, well, you may or may not know that I don't speak Japanese, nor do I read it. So how do we catch public transportation? Well, we use Google Maps, or just Maps on the phone. You can put in the location where you're trying to go and where you're coming from, and it gives you all the stops. It tells you what time the train's there and everything. So yeah, I would highly recommend public transportation here if you come to Yokosuka or any of the surrounding prefectures, because it is amazing. Up next is nature. As a person who really likes to be outside, I love being in the nature. I love taking walks and just exploring. The nature here is like no other that I've experienced thus far. And they really take care of and pride in their flowers, their trees, their environment as a whole, right? Like right now it's spring, almost summertime. And so with the amount of rain we get here and in the sun, we'll have lots of weeds and things growing everywhere. Well, they are constantly outside cleaning it up, making things look nice. So I just really appreciate the way they pay attention to and respect Mother Nature here. And of course, I love looking at all the beautiful flowers throughout the different seasons thus far. And I'm so looking forward to the fall. Oh my goodness. I know those trees are going to be gorgeous. So yeah, I'll show them to you when the time comes. But anyhow, I love the nature here. Next are the fruits and vegetables. I really enjoy eating fruits and vegetables. So when we shop out in town, which we tend to do most of the time, especially for fruits and vegetables, I wouldn't really recommend getting them from the commissary if you're military. I mean, you can, if that works for you, fine. I'm not knocking it. I would just say that they tend to be much fresher out in town, because what I appreciate about them here is they only sell the things that are in season. Duh. Makes sense, right? They sell, so a couple months ago, strawberries were in season. So they were everywhere, tons of strawberries, and you can get, and they are so sweet, y'all. Like, oh, so good. So I appreciate the fact that they sell the fruits and vegetables that are in season. Now, there might still be a few that are off season, like, out there, but they're not going to be the best, nor are they going to be the cheapest. So mostly they sell what's in season here, because they sell things that are here locally grown, which I truly appreciate. So the fruits and vegetables here, I will tell you, are delicious. And I've seen some of the biggest vegetables and fruits here that I've ever seen in my life. Like some of their sweet potatoes are like, let's say my arm. They're like almost the length of my arm. I saw a lemon, y'all, that was like the size of this bowl, like crazy, right? So anyway, the fruits and vegetables here are delicious. All right, this next one might seem a little odd, but I love it. So we live out in town, and the toilets in our homes are heated, y'all. Oh my gosh, I've never had a heated toilet seat before, but let me tell you, hands down, one of the best things they have here. And when we go somewhere else, I'm trying to get heated toilet seats, because know, something nothing like using the bathroom to heat the toilet seat. And the toilets also have bidets for those who like bidets. Not really my thing, but whatever. That's, TMI, too much information. But one of the things I do like about Japan is the heated toilet seats in our home and the toilets out in town are so clean and well taken care of. And they have noise makers out in town, so like if you go to a public restroom and you have to use the bathroom, there's like a little noise. It's like a white noise that comes on. It almost sounds like water flowing, so that people can't hear you use the bathroom. So I do like the bathrooms here. The personal ones we have in our house and the ones out in town are also really nice. Up next is low crime, which for me equals low stress. So we have teenage daughters. Well, actually, I'll take that back. They're not teenagers. One of them's a teenager, one of them's about to be 21. Anyway, so having an 18-year-old that's currently here with us, our other daughter is away at college, she wants to travel. Of course, she wants to go out and explore. And knowing that she's going to go out and come home safely, there is nothing like that in the world for a parent, right? So knowing that they're not allowed to have guns in Japan. The only people that do, I believe, are the police officers. It's just so comforting. Just with all the things going on in the United States, specifically like the mass shootings and things like that, it just takes your stress level up. Right? Especially as a parent, because you're like, every time your child goes out, you're worried. I mean, because you have shootings at, malls. At the most recent one that was just heartbreaking for me was right after a graduation. Like, ugh. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on that. I will tell you though, because the crime is low here, I truly enjoy being here because the stress level is just so much lower here. So yeah, that's one of the things I really appreciate about Japan, and that is low crime. All right, so the next thing is the cost of living. OMG. The cost of living here for me and my family has been so much better than in the United States. Oh my gosh. So let's give you a couple examples. Car insurance, for example. In the United States, when we had two teenage daughters, myself and my husband, and at one point we had 3 vehicles, our insurance, when we put our daughters on it, doubled. So it went from $1,000 every 6 months to $2,000. $2,000 every 6 months, which is $4,000 a year. You know what insurance costs here? It's like, I'll give you a rough, it's like $250 a year per car. That's $500 a year for our 2 cars. Like, what? That's crazy. And then not to mention the cost of cars here is so much better. We got 2 cars. One of our cars was $1,900, y'all, for a used car. $1,900. And then the other one, I think we ended up getting it for $2,900. So cost of living here is just so much lower, which again goes to low levels of stress. Right? So I really appreciate that the cost of living here is lower. Now, one thing that might be on your mind is grocery shopping. I will say groceries here, I think, are about average as they are in the United States. At least for us, when I looked at our budget from back home versus here, we still spend about the same every month on groceries. So I wouldn't say groceries are any cheaper, but there are some other things that make up for it tenfold as far as us saving money here. So I appreciate the cost of living being way cheaper than the US here. Last but not least, I truly appreciate the people here. Everyone that we have come in contact with has been more than helpful. They're always respectful. They're always kind. They always work with us because when they don't speak English and we don't speak Japanese, we have to use our translate. They're always patient with us. So yeah, like the people here that we've come in contact with have been amazing. Now, there's times I'm out walking and maybe, I walk by somebody, they don't speak. Okay. That's okay, right? In the States, everybody don't speak and it's all good. But for the most part, I have truly enjoyed the people here. They have just all been so kind and helpful. So those are the 7 things that I truly enjoy about Japan. So if you're considering coming to Japan, come on, check it out, especially if you're moving here or if you want to visit here. I would highly recommend it. We've had nothing but a positive experience thus far. So yeah, hope you liked the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to help. Until next time, be well.